Hello, beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to your September reading. So, let's see what September has in store for you. It's going to be a little bit of a heavy month, I think. I think you are going to be disappointed by some delays, perhaps. Or you might shut something down. You might shut down because you're afraid of being disappointed or having this almost beginning not pan out again. Like for some of you, I think there's this cycle that something seems to be succeeding, or this time around it will be okay or successful, but then you just wind up being disappointed. So you might be shutting it down and protecting yourself, perhaps. Or this delay that's coming in, there's some news or some truth about something that cause you to having to slow down. You have this slow and steady card, which is you can push forward and you can press something and force it, but it's not going to pan out in your best interest. Actually, it might be doing the opposite. And I think you're aware that you have to slow down and that you just have to steady your heartbeats and your enthusiasm or desire, and it's just disappointing. It's like a cold shower, perhaps. You have the spirit of place as well, so this might be something that keeps reoccurring for you. Whether it is or not, you can look at the theme of this issue in your life and try to find the underlying truth behind that, and you will find some answers to how to proceed or how to deal with it. For example, if you're impatient right now and you want to push this forward, whatever it is, or if there is some delay, Spirit is asking you to not push it, just relax, and it will come from the universe. Because if you keep pushing and forcing something, you're telling the universe that you don't have it, that it's not coming easy and it's not coming in. And the universe will say, okay, your wish is my command. So it's all about trusting the timing of the universe and trying to calm yourself, even though things are going slower than you would expect or hope. It might also be that you have planned something with somebody and things are not turning out the way you expected, or you weren't on the same page as you thought. And this deal or this thing that you started or this commitment, whatever it is, it might be more flimsy than you would expect. You might think this was something deeper or something more solid or something more serious. And it turns out it isn't, because I don't see a single coin here, Capricorn. Like, there are no coins. There are no actual steps. There are no actual movements. Like, if this is a dating situation, for example, like, where are the actual dates? Where are the actual behavior attesting to this commitment, or attesting to the intention behind it? And if it's a business proposition, or maybe it's you yourself, you tried to set off something on your own and you find out that no, you don't actually have the resources right now, you don't have the means to actually start off this right away. And you might have that cold shower that way, and it might be disappointing because you see here in your headspace, you have the Four of Cups and Two of Swords. So it's about disappointment and being shut off. You might guard yourself and shut people off. This person, she has blindfolded herself to shut the world out. Or it might be to focus on her inner world and to meditate. So you might go that way. You might try to control the situation or your emotions that way. But it's also about asserting unhealthy boundaries. It's about being so afraid of being disappointed that you reject people or you reject situations to protect yourself. No matter what the scenario is, there's a sense that you're shut down in your mind about this, whatever it is. You might have lost hope, or I think for many of you, it's something is coming into you emotionally, something that might reoccur, or you're in a funk. You might have bad health or emotional health, or there is some lack of vitamins, some deficiency or something that really just drains you and knocks you out cold. So you're not able to grab this opportunity because the Ace of Swords is all about taking that action. This is the moment to go for it, to take action. But there are no action being taken. And that might be because you're not able to, because you're maybe depressed or in a funk, or you're bedridden, or you're being very pessimistic perhaps. Because I see these swords here, Cappie, that these are your swords. This is the moment to act. And you have one sword here, and the rest of the swords are the ones you're holding here. So it's like you're stabbing yourself in the heart. Those daggers are yours. It's your mindset, it's your thoughts, it's your perspective on yourself, what you can do, your outlook on the future, or what you're worth. It's something like that. And it's like you're hurting your own feelings. And because you're unable to act at this time right now, it's causing some delay, or something is getting stuck. And you have the Two of Swords. It's all about suddenly starting to assess your options, even though you're ready here, like you want to go for it. And then this truth comes in, or this information, or a new perspective, or something comes in, and it suddenly puts you in your head, and you're starting to reassess this opportunity or this direction that you prepared for here. But at the base, you want to go for it. You have that passion, that excitement. So just as the Two of Swords is not being able to synchronize your heart and your head, that is what you are like. This is your head, and this is your heart, your passion. It's in two completely different directions. But I think this is a lot about fear, Capricorn. Fear of being disappointed again. Fear of or there's a sense that there is anger, or maybe some anger, like towards the world or towards life, like it's enough already, just stop it. You're not gonna fall for it again, perhaps. So whatever is causing this delay, it's shutting you down a little bit in September. It's coming in early in September. And even though this is the near future position, it seems as if everything is happening at once. When this cold energy from the air is coming in, it's dousing down the fire immediately and shutting you down in your headspace, and there is a delay and this disappointment, and your feelings are hurt. But it seems as if you're hurting your own feelings. But if this is another person who goes a little bit back on their word, or changes the agreement in hindsight, sort of, that might be what is disappointing you and shutting you down. But I think for many of you, this is your emotions, and that you're exhausted, or just drained out of energy. And these are your environment and the people around you, and what you have of resources in your environment. So you have the Seven of Wands. And this is all about enthusiasm, ambition, and a challenge, and your skills being put to the test. It's adrenaline. It's overcoming obstacles with wit and humor. So I think many of you have a friend group or somebody you can rely on and laugh about it, have a little bit of a dark humor. You might have help to overcome this, and to get yourself out of this rut or this mind state that you are in here. In your hopes and fears, Cappie, you have the Wheel of the Year. So I think your hope is for this to pass, which again makes me think that this might be something that reoccurs, and you know from experience that it will ebb out, it will fade, and you might just wait for this to happen here. Like, you know, this will shift, the tides will shift, so you're just riding it out and waiting till it will pass. In your position for what's coming in for you in September, it is this situation. And that might be, like a mental overload for you. Something that feels so heavy that it's going to break you. You might feel oppressed, or it might be physical exhaustion. So that might be what's coming here. So it might be your health that is sabotaging, so you can't take that action when the time is due. And it's just the oddest thing, because in your outcome you have this. So you go from being just almost broken, like completely exhausted, until this emotional beginning. And it's so swift, like there's no stepping stones in between. So this might be, for some of you, it might be, what's it called again? That, not borderline, but bipolar, perhaps. Something bipolar that will flip and switch quickly, or something that is coming in suddenly that makes everything okay. Or this nature is just of such that suddenly everything will just resurface with energy again. This is also about healing. And it's happiness, it's good news, and it might be birth, weddings, just emotional beginnings. But I'm a little bit curious. I want to clarify a little bit here just to see. Let's see, what do we want to clarify here? I also want to say, I feel like for some, your focus might be very split. Like you're going in every direction here. And I think a part of you is headed in the wrong direction here. Like your motivation for going for something is to avoid this heartache and to avoid this pain or this physical exhaustion or whatever that burden is. And here you're looking to the past. It's like you're just going in. There's just not this uniform focus. Your mind is scattered, sort of. Here you have that agreement or that contract. This is about completing something, finishing something, and there might be disappointment to that, as we saw before. But thank you for that card. But just let's get some card on this Ace of Cups. I'm just curious. And I want to know what this is coming in. What is that Ace of Swords? It's this. This might be something coming out at a party or at an event. Or some information about, because this is all about hospitality and about being welcome, to feel welcome somewhere. This might also be about arrogance. Maybe you suddenly don't feel welcome, or don't see eye to eye with this situation or this person. And here you have the Seven of Swords. So again, maybe something isn't panning out the way you expected and you weren't on the same page with this other situation or person. Or if this is something you set off by yourself, you might suddenly not have what you need, like the resources, because you don't have any coins. I feel for some, this might be a person that says the same thing to everybody, or just acts the same for everybody. So you're not special for this person after all. Like you find out something and it's like, what, they do this to everybody, they say this to everybody. So there's just this disappointment. But let's see what this is about, because you have that beautiful ending. So it ends well, and all is well that ends well, you know? So let's just see what this ending is all about. It's again, slow and steady wins the race. And this is about overcoming obstacles by just working methodically. Just doing what you have to do, removing one brick after the other. There are no shortcuts, no nothing. And yeah, slow and steady wins the race. And that's how you regain this happiness and this inspiration and this love. Again, if this is a love reading for you. But it's a long journey, and it's exhausting, and it's a little bit up and down. Please give me just one last card for this clarification, and give us some advice, please. Here you have the Knight of Cups. Let me just see what I can see here. It's as if several offers will come in after. If you think the ship has sailed or you lost your chance here, you haven't. There will come in offers that will make everything okay again. You didn't lose your chance. But I think you will have enough to worry about trying to gathering yourself and composing yourself that you won't mind this too much, because you're a little bit stuck in this mental state. But things will go behind the scenes, like things will keep rolling and unfolding without you. And when you come back again on your feet, you will have 2 new offers. Let's get some advice here. I think also I see here that this original offer, or whatever this is, it has more, or something ends up being twice as much or more, or just better than originally that you thought it would have. So it ends out very well for you. The energy is gaining momentum, and your hard work is paying off. And that hard work, that might be with yourself, with your health, with your emotions. Or it might be wherever this situation is here. But it is paying off, and this energy will gain momentum. So don't fret, don't be worried. Nothing is lost here. You're not losing the opportunity. It comes back even better. So you'll be okay. Try just not to worry, Cappie, okay?